Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, my name is Cenora. Now I would like to explain about word class. So word classes are parts of speech. They are the building blocks that form every sentence ever uttered. They are categorized by the role they play in the sentence. There are four main word classes. First is noun, second is verb, third is adjective, and fourth is adverb. For the first is noun. Noun is a word that names something such as person, place, thing, or idea. In sentence, nouns can play the role of subject, direct object, indirect object, subject complement, appositive, or adjective. There are several kinds of noun. First is proper noun and common noun. Proper noun is a word that denotes the name of a person, thing, or place. Words that are included of proper noun are written with a capital letter. For example, like the name of city Yogyakarta, Bandung, Cimahi, and etc. The name of person, for example, James, Bobby, Putri, and etc. The opposite of a proper noun is a common noun, sometimes known as a generic noun. This noun is not written in capital letter unless appearing at the beginning of sentence or in the title. Usually to show whether the noun we find in a text is included the proper noun or common noun, we can see the use of article a, an, or the quantifier some, any, much at the beginning of noun. If two words are found that are included article or quantifier, then that word is included in the common noun. For example, the girl is in the river. Second is collective noun. Collective noun is a noun that represents a collection of individuals, usually people, such as a team, family, or a crew, which is included by an indefinite article, a or an. Third is material noun. This type of noun shows the name of a substance, such as gold, water, wood, coal, where the writing is not preceded by the addition of the article an, a, or the. For example, stone is durable material. And the last of kinds of noun is abstract noun. Abstract noun are words that name things that are not concrete. Your physical sense cannot detect an abstract noun. You cannot see it, smell it, taste it, hear it, or touch it. In essence, an abstract noun is a quality, a concept, an idea, or maybe an event. For example, anger, freedom, love, charity, hope, or passion, and etc. There are also parts of noun. First is gender. In English, there are four genders of noun. There are masculine, feminine, and neuter. Masculine nouns refer to words for a male figure or member of species. For example, like man, boy, actor, horse, etc. Second is feminine noun. Refers to words for a female figure or member of species. For example, woman, girl, actress, and etc. And the third is neuter. Neuter noun refer to things that have no gender. For example, like table, pencil, and etc. And the second part of noun is number. The use of this type of noun is to describe the object in question as singular or plural. Okay, the second of main word classes are verb. Verb is a word used to describe an action, state, or occurrence and forming the main part of the predicate. Verbs are also sometimes referred to as action verbs, stative verbs, and helping verbs. First is action verb. Action verb is a verb that expresses physical or mental action. For example, run, jump, kick, eat, break, cry, smile, or think, and etc. This type of verb is common in various types of tenses, such as simple present, future tense, progressive tense, because it shows when the event occurred. Second is helping verbs. Helping verbs is a verb used with a main verb to express the main verb's tense, mood, or voice. Explained in more detail. The main helping verbs are to be, to have, and to do. They appear in the following forms: to be, are, am, is, are, was, were, being, been, or will be. For to have is has, have, had, having, will have. And for to do, does, do, did, will do. There is another kind of helping verb called a modal auxiliary verb. There are can, could, may, might, must, ought to, shall, should, will, and would. There are types of verbs based on the function. First is finite verb. It's a verb that has a subject and shows tense, agreement, person, first, second, or third person, and number, singular or plural. For example, he painted the fence. Painted is a finite verb. The subject is he. The tense of the verb is past tense. Second is infinite verb. Is essentially the base form of verb with the word to in front of it. Infinite verb can have a function as noun in subject position. To buy a new bag is not a good idea. As object position, for example, they try to answer the task. Adjective position, for example, it's perfect time to call your mom because it describes perfect time. And the adverbs position, for example, you need money to buy a new car because it explains the verb of need. Infinite includes the basic form from a verb, but they don't function the same way. The most basic form is just the verb without the to. You will see the verbs in their basic form in dictionary, but not in written sentences that require conjugation. There are types of verb based on complement. First is transitive verb. Transitive verb is a verb that can take a direct object. In other words, the action of a transitive verb is done to someone or something. The action of a transitive verb transitions through the verb to an object to complete the meaning. For example, she played the piano. Or another example words are like, want, need, buy, lend, tell, and etc. Second is intransitive verb. Intransitive verb is defined as a verb that does not take a direct object. That means there's no word in the sentence that tells who or what received the action of the verb. For example, agree, cry, die, grow, smile, work, listen, and etc. Okay, now move to the third main word class is adjective. So, adjective describe or modifies nouns or pronouns and a sentence, it normally indicates quality, size, shape, duration, feelings, contents, and more about a noun or pronouns. There are 3 degrees of an adjective. First is a positive adjective. It's a normal adjective that's used to describe, not to compare. For example, this is good soup, or I am funny. And second is a comparative adjective. It's an adjective that's used to compare two things and is often followed by the word than. For example, this soup is better than the salad, and I am funnier than her. And the third is a superlative verb is an adjective. A superlative adjective is an adjective that's used to compare 3 or more things or to state that something is the most. For example, this is the best soup in the world, or I am the funniest out of all the other bloggers. There are 7 types of adjective. First is descriptive. Descriptive adjectives are used to describe noun or pronouns. For example, beautiful, cute, silly, tall, annoying, love, nice, and etc. The second is quantitative verb. Is to describe the quantity of something. Numbers like 1 and 30 are this type of adjective. And another example is many, half, and a lot. The third is demonstrative adjective is to describe which noun or pronouns you are referring to. This adjective included the words this. This is used to refer to a singular or close to you. That used to refer to a singular noun far from you. These used to refer to a plural noun close to you. And then those used to refer to singular noun far from you. And the fourth is possessive adjective. Possessive adjective is show possession. They describe to whom a thing belongs. Some of the most common things possessive adjective include my or mine, his, and then her or hers, their or theirs, your or yours, our and ours. And 5 is interrogative. These adjectives are always followed by a noun or pronoun and are used to form questions. The interrogative adjectives are which, for us to make a choice between options, and then what, us to make a choices in general, and whose, ask who something belongs to. Which, what, whose are only considered adjective if they are immediately followed by a noun. Which color, for example, which color is your favorite, not which is your favorite color. And the 6th distributive adjective is to describe specific members out of a group. Some of the most common distributive adjectives include each, every single one of group used to speak about group members individually, and then every used to make generalization, either one between a choice of two, and then neither, not one or the other between a choice of two, and then any, one or some things out of any numbers of choice. This is also used when the choice is irrelevant. For example, it doesn't matter, I'll take any of them. And the last of types of verb is article, used to describe which noun you are referring to. Maybe thinking of them as adjective will help you learn which one to use. Like for example, a is for singular general item, and then an for singular and general item. Use this before words that start with a vowel, and then the for a singular or plural specific item. For example, I don't understand the question. And the last of main word class is adverb. Adverb is a word or set of words that modifies verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. It tells when, where, and how action is performed or indicates the quality or degree of the action. The location of adverb in a sentence is after or before the predicate, object, or complement of a verb or noun. There are kinds of adverb. First is simple adverb of place. It's an adverb that describes where an action is performed. Generally, this word is placed at the end of sentence, but in some cases, it can be placed at the beginning of or middle of the sentence. For example, inside, below, away, anywhere, here, there, somewhere, above, nearby, in front of, and etc. The second is simple adverb of time. It describes when an action is performed. There are two kinds of adverb of time. First is adverb of definite time and adverb indefinite time. The difference between the two types are adverb of times can be seen from location in the sentence. Adverb definite time is placed at the beginning or end of sentence. For example, like today, Sunday, at 3 o'clock, or in the morning, next year, and etc. Meanwhile, in adverb indefinite time, the location of adverb comes before the infinitive, after to be, or lies in the auxiliary verb or helping verb. For example, like soon, sometime, before, usually, after, etc. The third is simple adverb of manner. This adverb is used to show how an action is done or happens. Adding ly after the adjective is a simple way to recognize that words are included in the adverb of manner. For example, like calm become calmly, and then poor become poorly. And the fourth is simple adverb of frequency. This adverb describes how often an action occurs. For example, like rare, often, always, sometimes, usually, or never, and etc. And the last of kinds of adverb is simple adverb of degree or quality. This adverb used to discuss the level of intensity of an action, character, or other adverbs. This group words is used to answer the question how much, or may, or how little. The position can be after the verb, after another adverb, or before the adjective. For example, like almost, little, quite, so, to, or perfectly. So guys, that's all from me. Thank you. I'm sorry if there are mistaken. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.